AITA for getting a DNA test on my son without telling my wife? I'll get straight to the point. I'm 36, my wife is 34. We've been together for 10 years, married for 7. We have a 6-year-old son. I've always wanted to be a father. When my wife got pregnant, I was overjoyed, but I won't lie, something deep down didn't feel right. I don't want to sound paranoid, but at the time we were going through a rough patch. We fought a lot, had almost no intimacy, and she was constantly going out with her girlfriends. She never gave me a clear reason to suspect anything, but something about it all just stuck with me. When my son was born, I loved him with all my heart. But, he looked nothing like me. At all. Skin tone, eyes, hair, even his build, he looked more like the delivery guy than my child. At first, even family members would joke about it, but they eventually stopped when they saw how uncomfortable it made me. For years, I swallowed that doubt. I raised him, I love him, he is my son in every practical sense. But that thought never truly went away. So a few months ago, without telling anyone, I used an at-home DNA kit to test him. I collected a saliva sample one night while he was sleeping. The result, 0% genetic match. He is not my son. Not even a single allele in common. I almost fainted. I stayed silent for a few weeks as I tried to process everything. Eventually, I confronted my wife and showed her the test results. At first she denied it, then claimed the test must be wrong. Then she broke down crying. She finally admitted that she had an affair around that time with a friend from the office, but she genuinely believed the baby was mine and didn't tell me because she didn't want to destroy our family. Now she is accusing me of betraying her trust for doing the test behind her back. She says I did it out of paranoia and distrust, and that shows I didn't trust her either, so now we're even. She claims what matters is that we've raised this child together and that I'm hurting him by questioning his origins. My friends are split. Some say I had every right to know and that I did the right thing. Others think I should talk to her first, and by doing it in secret, I disrespected her and broke something that can't be fixed. Update. Thanks for all the comments, even the ones that told me what I didn't want to hear. I know many people sided with the kid, and I get it. I loved him as my own for 6 years too. But after everything that happened, my perspective changed. So here's the update. When I confronted my wife with the DNA test results, she denied everything at first, as I already mentioned. After several days of pressure and contradictions, she finally admitted to having an affair with a coworker. She said it meant nothing, that it was a stupid mistake, and she truly believed the child was mine, that's why she never said anything. But here's the thing, she knew. Maybe not 100%, but deep down, she had doubts. And she chose to lie to me. For 6 years. What broke me the most was realizing that the life I thought I had was a carefully maintained lie. That all those special moments, his birth, his first words, when he called me dad, were built on deception. I didn't choose that. That choice was stolen from me. And yes, I know the child isn't to blame. I know. But that doesn't change how I feel. I can't keep pretending to be his father. Because I'm not. Maybe legally, yes. But emotionally. I can't do it anymore. I told my wife I wanted a divorce and that I didn't want to continue acting as a father to a child who isn't mine. She exploded. Called me a coward, said I was abandoning him, asked how I could do this to a child. I told her that if she had been honest from the start, things might have been different. But after 6 years of lies, I have nothing left to give. My parents are disappointed. They say I raised him as my own and that should be enough. My mother told me, he may not have your blood, but he has your love. And I told her that was before I knew the truth. Now that love feels tainted. I'm in the process of legally disestablishing paternity. It hasn't been easy. In my country, you can't just give up parental rights and responsibilities because the child isn't biologically yours. But I have lawyers working on it. I'm willing to fight, not because I hate the boy, I don't, but because I want to start over without living a lie. She already told the boy the truth. I found out through a phone call. He was crying, asking why I didn't want to be his dad anymore. I didn't know what to say. I just hung up. Cowardly? Maybe. But I'm not his father. I never chose to be. It was forced on me. So yeah, maybe I am the asshole to some people. I accept that. But I'm also a broken man who was lied to for 6 years. And I just don't want to carry a role that was never really mine. Thanks for reading. Update 2. It's been 3 months since I shared my story and the first update. I never thought something so personal would blow up like this, but I'm thankful to everyone who read, commented, and, in some way, helped me sort through my thoughts. This will probably be my final update. And it's not a happy story. My petition to legally end my paternity is still ongoing. It's not easy. Despite the DNA test, the law in my country says that if a man legally acknowledges a child, raises him as his own, and is listed on the birth certificate, then he is the legal father, even if he is not the biological one. My lawyer told me there are precedents where men had to keep paying child support even after proving they weren't the biological father. I'm fighting hard to make sure that doesn't happen to me. But it's a long, expensive battle. My ex-wife is hellbent on destroying me publicly. She has spoken to my family, friends, even some co-workers. Says I abandoned her, that I walked out on my son, that I did it all out of pride and selfishness. That I'm a coward. And I one lie, there are days when I wake up with guilt. I wonder if I made the right decision. If the child really deserved to lose the man who raised him for 6 years. But then I remember something my therapist told me, you're not guilty of what happened. You are the consequence of a lie you didn't create. She chose secrecy. She decided I didn't deserve to know the truth. She took away my ability to choose whether or not I wanted to be part of that story. And now that I've chosen to walk away, I'm suddenly the villain. That's an easy label to slap on me. But it's not fair. This part is hard. Because even though I don't see him anymore, I think about him all the time. Sometimes I hear a child laugh on the street and it crushes my chest. He sent me a drawing through my mother, a son, a house, and a bearded man labeled Dad. I didn't respond. Not because I hate him. But because responding would be cruel if I have no intention of staying. I don't want to keep feeding a connection I'm not willing to uphold. I know when he grows up, he'll have questions. Maybe he'll hate me. Maybe he'll never understand. I hope one day he does. I'm in therapy, alone, living in a new apartment, trying to rebuild. I lost my family, my stability, and a part of my identity. But at least now, I have something I didn't have before, the truth. And as painful as it is, I'd rather live with that truth than continue living a beautiful lie. Thank you to everyone who stood on the other side of this screen. Even to those who insulted me, you helped me see things from other perspectives. And if you're reading this and you suspect something, if you have that knot in your chest that won't let you sleep, take the test. Better a hard truth than an eternal lie.